If you're in Ho Chi Minh City and want a quick, easy beach escape, Mui Ne is one of the best options. Just a few hours away, it offers everything from budget stays to beachfront resorts. Hi, my name is Thuy. On my channel, I share Vietnam travel tips and local insights. I recently took a quick beach getaway to Mui Ne, so in this video, I'm going to share with you the latest update on what Mui Ne is like and how to choose the right hotel for your beach holiday. Mui Ne is a beach town on Vietnam's south-central coast, about 3.5 hours from Ho Chi Minh City. It's famous for its picturesque white and red sand dunes, strong coastal winds that makes it a popular kite surfing hotspot, and a long beachfront lined with resorts and seafood restaurants. One thing that used to put me off going to Mui Ne was the long drive. It could take 4 to 5 hours depending on traffic, but now there's a new expressway that cuts the time to about 3.5 hours, which is much more manageable. Mui Ne is just north of the city of Phan Thiet. There are a lot of ways to get there. You can go by private car, bus, 9-seater limousine van, or even by train to Phan Thiet. It's cheaper and faster than flying to places like Nha Trang or Phu Quoc, which makes it a convenient, affordable, last-minute getaway if you're already in Ho Chi Minh City. The main strip in Mui Ne is called Nguyen Dinh Chieu, and it runs right along the coastline. On one side, you have the hotels and resorts, and on the other side, there are shops, bars, cafes, and restaurants. It's super convenient. Everything you need is right there. The beach itself is a little different from other places in Vietnam. The sea can be pretty rough and windy, which makes it perfect for kite surfing. On a windy day, you'll see dozens of kites in the air, and there are kite schools right along the beach if you want to learn. But I'll be honest, if you're an amateur swimmer just wanting to bob around, the ocean here can be challenging. It's not calm like Cam Ranh Bay or Phu Quoc. You'll also notice some parts of the coastline have some erosion. Some spots have a wide sandy beach, others are more narrow. One thing that surprised me was the black sand in certain sections. At first, I thought it was an oil spill residue, but it turns out it's volcanic mineral sand. It's clean, but it will turn your feet totally black, which is something to know so you don't freak out like I did. So let's talk about the hotels in Mui Ne. Unlike places like Da Nang or Cam Ranh, Mui Ne doesn't have a lot of big international hotel chains. You won't find Intercontinental or Marriott here. Instead, most places are locally run with some well-known chains like the Anam and Victoria resorts. Now I want to take you inside a few hotels along Mui Ne's main strip. These are places I visited or considered myself, from mid-range options to higher-end resorts. Let's start with the one I actually stayed at, the Bamboo Village Beach Resort. Bamboo Village is a place I first stayed at over 15 years ago when it was mostly simple bamboo bungalows. I chose to stay again because it met all my criterias: central location right on the strip, mid-range price, beach access, and most importantly, having a pool. When I arrived, my first impression was, wow, it's so green with the palm trees and tropical flowers, and you can hear the birds singing. It really does have that village vibe. I booked my stay during the weekday, so it's much quieter. I imagine weekends are busier with families. I booked the Nova Deluxe room for about $76 a night, including breakfast. It's quite spacious at 38 square meters with a big sliding door that opens to a patio overlooking the garden. It's basic but clean and well maintained, with lots of natural light, which I love. The bathroom has a tub and shower, but the counter space is a little tight if you're 2 people. If you want something a bit nicer, they have the Indochine Deluxe rooms in a newer building. These have a more updated style, with walk-in showers instead of tubs, and it costs only a few dollars more. And then there's the Sea Breeze Deluxe, which is even more spacious with a modern tropical feel and an open-air bathroom design. That one's about $30 more than the Nova, but it's a big difference in space and style. The beachfront is one of the highlights. There's a winding path that leads through the gardens and opens up to a well-laid-out beachfront with rows of sun loungers. It's clear they designed this with international guests in mind. Lots of space for sunbathing. When I arrived in the afternoon, the wind was strong, and you could see kite surfers out on the water. They also have a beachfront restaurant with indoor and outdoor seating, so you can relax with a cocktail or snack right by the sea. One of the main reasons I chose Bamboo Village was the pool, and they actually have two. One is closer to the beach but enclosed in a garden for some privacy. The other is called the Quiet Pool, and it's adults only, which I thought was a mindful consideration for guests seeking a peaceful stay. Overall, I enjoyed my stay here. My room was spacious and clean, the staff were friendly and helpful, and they had a great breakfast buffet spread with a good mix of Western and Vietnamese options. I think it's a good mid-range choice for travelers who want that laid-back beach vibe with good value for money. Right next door is Terracotta Resort and Spa. I actually considered booking here because it's in the same price range and location as Bamboo Village. When looking at their property photos, I thought their pool was better than Bamboo Village. It's large with plenty of sun loungers and it's right next to the beachfront. But photos of the room seemed a bit dated, which made me choose Bamboo Village instead. I had a look at the resort when I was there. If you're considering Terracotta, I'd recommend avoiding the deluxe rooms in the main building since they're more basic and budget style. I think their bungalows are the better option with more space and privacy and cost slightly higher than the deluxe rooms. The landscaping here is simpler and more open with a straight path that leads right to the beach. If you're looking for something higher end, let's talk about the Anam. It's one of the first resorts you'll see when coming in from Phan Thiet. This property is part of the small luxury hotels of the world, and you can tell the moment you walk in. The design is inspired by the Indochine period. Lots of beautiful wood and rattan furniture, vintage artwork, and a sense of history and culture in the details. The lobby is this grand open space with plenty of seating and incredible view straight out to the pool and ocean. I didn't get to see the standard rooms since they were full, but I did get a tour of the presidential suite. It's huge, 144 square meters, like a proper apartment with a living room, separate bedroom with ocean views, a beautiful vintage clawfoot tub, double vanity, separate shower room, and even a small kitchen. Obviously, that's the top tier, but the style is consistent across the other room categories too, just scaled down. Facilities are what you expect for this level. They have two pools, one right by the lobby with ocean views, and another down closer to the beachfront. There's a bar, restaurant with indoor and outdoor seating, spa, fitness room, and a kids area. The beachfront here is really wide with white powder sand. It's definitely a splurge, but for this top-tier design, service, and facilities, you really do get what you pay for. Right next to the Anam is the Clay Resort. It's been getting a lot of buzz on local social media lately. This is a completely new build, and you can see the difference right away compared to the many older properties in Mui Ne. The design is very modern with low-rise buildings and minimal style based on a Mediterranean desert concept. It's the kind of place people love for check-in photos because it really stands out from the other resorts. I didn't get a chance to see the rooms since they were fully booked, but the photos online show they're minimal and modern inside. Nothing too fancy, but clean and consistent with the overall aesthetic. I think their public space, like the pool and beachfront, is more eye-catching. They've got a really nice stretch of beachfront. Prices start under $60 on weekdays, which is really good for a mid-range property with this kind of style. Just keep in mind, weekends can nearly double in price and can get really crowded with local guests coming in for the weekend. So that's a look inside some of Mui Ne's hotels, from mid-range options that's value for money to higher-end resorts with luxurious amenities. I hope this helps you get a clear idea of where you might want to stay on your next trip. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on my next video.